if you are a new content creator, you've probably seen these two people before and you probably didn't really pay any much attention to it, and you probably browsed through their page and was like, oh my goodness, how are they getting all of these views? Okay, I'm gonna give you the tea on what's been going on. I have went through a deep dive of both of their channels to figure out some things, reading the comments, and this video is not to shade anybody because I think they're both great creators on both of the ends of the spectrums, but they do have some commonalities when it comes to the way they do their page and their videos. So let's get into it. Hi, my name is Kay from KTV, and go ahead and subscribe because we're going to get the tea on how to get more views if it's possible for you on your channel. Okay, so the first person I want to talk about is DoeDash. Okay, DoeDash, I feel like she has great content per se. She really does some really great skits. I think she got popular as far as doing her skits about being a DoeDasher or a DoorDasher, as far as, you know, delivering food and things like that, and so she became popular off of that. Now, people don't know this, but she's been on YouTube for about almost 4 to 5 years, and so right now people think she just blew up out of nowhere. She actually been on here for quite some time, so it does take time to blow up on YouTube. Right now, that's just YouTube's favorite girl at the moment, okay, or one of their favorite girls, who immediately when she posts content, she get a lot of views. Okay, now with inside of that, she's very likable. She talks about a lot of different things, and one of the biggest things she drives right now is getting on YouTube and making content, and just to keep positive things for new content creators. Okay, now what we have to understand is when you're new on YouTube, it's not as easy as she makes it seem. Okay, but she keeps it positive and she makes you feel like it is, and that's okay because we all want some positivity in our life to make sure that we can continue to grow on YouTube. Okay, now one of the biggest eye catchers about her is that she shows how much money she made on YouTube a lot. Okay, and so me being me, I've been a content creator for a very long time. I'm not new to content creation, I'm just new to YouTube. Okay, and not really new to YouTube. Sorry y'all, I keep doing this because these glasses are getting on my nerves. Okay, but like I said, I'm not new to content creation. I'm really not new to YouTube. I've been on YouTube for about 4 to 5 years. You just can't see my old videos because I viewed them off to where you can't see them because they're not important anymore. Okay, and what I was saying, and Dante is a good creator too. Okay, now a lot of his, if you go on his videos, there's a few comments you'll see the kind of negative. They're like getting irritated by some of the things that he's doing. I commented on there, and so on his videos for Dante London, what he does is he talks about pretty much like how you can grow on YouTube, get on YouTube, how he pretty much went from living one establishment and living to another establishment, how he quit his job. The difference between them is that they both make the same type of content lately. Okay, with Dante, people are getting irritated with him because they're like, okay, enough with this content, can you go back to just being a regular creator? Okay, now people say when it came to DoeDash, when people in DoeDash comments and they go and talk about that, they say she deletes them so you can't see them. And I know she's a fast commenter because when I posted on her channel, she comments immediately, she hearts it, she likes it, and then she also responds. Okay, so I'm not saying it ain't true, and I'm not saying it is true. I'm just saying I've heard it through the grapevine of other people that posted about her particular channel and things like that. Now with her, right now she is doing a 30-day DoeDash challenge where I think you post for 30 days. I talked about this on my channel previously about how I was on a 30-day challenge and how I grew a lot of subscribers, but I did not get a lot of watch time. Okay, so that's that. With Dante, he's talking about a lot of things like how he pretty much went from 0 to 100 and how he's making a lot of money. But when I started realizing what they were both doing, okay, I was like, this may not look good. Okay, so the first thing that I realized is that they both make the same type of videos. Okay, and it's repeatedly because people are like digging into it. Okay, but it can be confusing if you watch their channels both. They'll confuse you because one minute they're talking about this, another minute they'll go from this to that, and you're like, hold on, wait. Okay, so what y'all all been waiting for. Okay, they like to do clickbait titles. Okay, and that can be annoying because what clickbait, pretty much what it is that the title is to will you in, because people know that the two main things on YouTube that drives you is your title and your thumbnail. Okay, now DoeDash already mentioned that she doesn't do a lot of thumbnails on her page. She typically just does, you know, whatever she can do. It's not all gigged up, but she can do that because she already has the following. As soon as she posts, people are going to watch what she does, so she doesn't need to do a thumbnail. Now, you as a new creator, you still need to create thumbnails because you have to attract the eye of your audience. Okay, so she doesn't have to create thumbnails, if that makes sense. Okay, and then Dante, he does thumbnails, but his is pretty much like, if he's talking about how much money he makes, he just puts on his thumbnail his statistic or his data and how much money he made, and then that's it. And then a picture of him in the background that looks, I guess, I don't know, scary or whatever. Okay, or emotional, whatever that may be, just to drive it. But what I realized that they was making the same type of content, because I was studying, I was like, okay, let me see this, because YouTube shows me their channel a lot. Okay, because when you spend time on their channel or you watch videos just to see like what type of creator they are, YouTube is always going to push that content to you. Okay, so what I want to show you is these two particular content creations right here. It shows you they both make the similar kind of topics, okay, or titles, but when you watch the video, it's about it, but it's really not about it. Okay, and it can confuse you as a content creator or just the person who's watching, because you're like, well, you said that you was, you know, you went from luxury or living in the ghetto or living in the what is it, projects, sorry y'all, living in the projects, to now you're living luxury or whatever it is. Okay, and so if you click on that, you want to know, you watch the video, it's not really even about that. And Dante London has a lot of videos about living in the projects or going from the projects to this and yada yada yada, which can be eye-catching because you want to see, okay, how did you upscale? But he has like 7 to 8 videos about that. And then DoeDash do the exact same thing. She has a few videos about living in the projects and yada yada yada. But how they're getting the most views is they both tell you, they both have videos they talk about, oh, we just use clickbait. Okay, and I put the title on there, and it may not even be exactly what it's talking about, but it's working. It's what they're doing. Now, what I've seen is a lot of content creators that a few weeks ago had made, or a few months ago have made some videos about how, you know, you be careful watching them, yada yada yada, they're just getting the views. To be honest, you really can't be mad at them because that's part of the game, right? Like, figure out what works and keep doing it. But YouTube is not that type of platform. So after a while, if you're a content creator like me, you will start catching on to exactly what they're doing. And it can be annoying to where it kind of turns you off. Now, I love DoeDash content when she's like doing her skits. I feel like she has some great skits, right? I've been cracking up when I watch her skits. But when she makes her regular content of just talking to the camera, she's pretty much trying to sell you to like continue to post and get out here and do the challenge and yada yada yada. And then you put like pound DoeDash whatever it is challenge, and that continues to drive her channel and drive her page. What I also heard was that when it comes to making content, or when DoeDash makes her content about how much money she makes, YouTube like that. They like to see when you are given financial literacy about how much money they made on YouTube. So they're going to continue to push your content even further because you seem as if you're educating your audience, and as well as they want to make sure that people see you, right? And so you're doing them a favor, they're doing you a favor, and yada yada yada. Okay, now the last thing, and if you haven't subscribed, honey, go ahead, because I be doing some digging. I be just watching around, and like I said, a lot of people are getting annoyed by either one or both of them. And like I said, I think they're both great creators. This is just what I've seen across watching the videos and reading the comments, because all of the stuff is in the comments, right? Mainly for Dante London. Like I said, I rarely see any comments like that for DoeDash because they said she deletes them. Like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but there is a app, okay, that I'm going to put right here, right, where you go in and you can look up that particular, put their channel name in. First you have to click what you're using. So if you're looking up for YouTube, you have to click that you're looking at YouTube, right, for that particular social media, and then you put in the particular person's channel name, right? It'll show you their rating as their A, B, C, or D, and how many views they're lost or gained, and if they're actually growing on their channel. And how do I know? Because I seen a video of somebody do this because they were talking about DoorDash and Dante London. I was like, what in the heck is going on? And so you can do that for people who have high numbers. So I tried to do myself first and say, well, let me see what it says about me. And it doesn't give me a rating because I don't have that many subscribers. Duh. So I'm not a big content creator. I'm like meanie right now. So, but for big content creators like Dante London and DoorDash, you can look this information up and you can see like, okay, are they really gaining subscribers, or are they really gaining following from their videos? And I think between the both of them, they're kind of losing subscribers. Okay. And hearsay. Okay, so I'm just giving y'all information. If you don't know who these people are, go and watch the videos. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to content creation and things like that. Okay, now a lot of big content creators have came out and said be careful with making this type of content because it dies down quickly and after a while it doesn't work. Okay, and I get both sides. Like, they're like, I'm trying to get the bag, I'm trying to get the money. Some people are saying they haven't made as much money as they're saying they're making. I don't really know, because how would you ever be able to know how much money they're making? Okay, now on that app, it's supposed to be able to show you how much money they're making and if they're making that amount of money truly, but you really can't count their pockets because you don't know how much they're getting per day, per view, per 1,000 views, right? So one person, Dante, could be getting paid $15 to $20 per 1,000 views versus DoorDash can get paid $30 to $35. But they're both getting paid. And to keep you guys coming in, they're using clickbait per the title just to will you in. And if they're likable and they like you enough, they're going to subscribe. And then that's that. Okay. But anyways, my name is Kay from KTV. And if you like the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Toodles.